Interested in some great Bluetooth headphones to really enhance your workout sessions? In this video, I want to share with you my full review and comparison of the Enacfire E18 Bluetooth headphones and the Soundcore Liberty Lite by Anker true wireless Bluetooth headphones, along with my own personal recommendation. So stick around. Welcome to Dad Bod Fitness. If you and I are just meeting, my name is David. And if you're a parent or especially a dad who's looking to stay fit and to build some muscle, you will find great tips and strategies on this channel for helping you to reach your fitness goals. I want to inspire your change. I want to motivate your transformation and ultimately help you to share that adventure with your family. So if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. Let's jump into the video. Okay, so as I mentioned, if you're interested in getting a pair of Bluetooth headphones, it's always worth a little bit of looking around. And I hesitated for a long time because I wasn't sure where to go to or which ones to buy. I didn't want to waste my money. So right here, I'm going to give you, right off the bat, I'll say these are two really great Bluetooth headphone options for decent prices. One's a little bit cheaper, one's gonna be a little bit more expensive. All right, so I wanna start with the Enacfire. So these are the Enacfire headphones. So right off the bat, what you get in the box is obviously the headphones with the charging case, a charging cable, and the instructions. And for both of these, you get really the same things. You also do have the little earbud ends that go on there to adjust the size based on, the size of your ear. So they look pretty nice. The case is pretty decent. It's very nice to have that. I was always worried about losing headphones if I was to get them, but it's like a nice metallic look. The really nice thing I do like about this for both of them is that they have the little magnetic clip, so even if you get close, it just kind of pulls it in there. I'm always worried about losing things, so I like anything that's going to keep them nice and secure. So it's a nice little box, can go with me anywhere I want. I take them to work every day. So they are really comfortable to wear. They pop right in, and they don't bother me unless, for me, if I like really shove them in my ear, then it starts to bother me. But as long as you're not shoving them in your ear, you shouldn't have any trouble at all. They sit really comfortably. I just put them right in there. Never bother me at all. And they don't fall out at all. If I'm running, jogging, during work, I'm moving all day long, they don't ever really fall out. The only time I've had one fall out is during a really heavy leg day where I'm constantly wiping my head and face with a towel because I'm sweating profusely. Sometimes I'll bump my ear and brush it out of my ear. That's the only time they've ever fallen out of my ear. And I'll actually show you some footage here. You'll be able to see me really shaking my head all around, and they really don't fall out. So the case here is pretty decent. I do like it. The one thing I didn't like as much compared to the Soundcore is that this one's kind of like a smooth feel. The Soundcore kind of has a durable, hardcore, kind of almost rubbery feeling case, which I kind of like. So it gives you a little bit more grip to the case. Not that it really matters that much for me at all, but just one thing to note. All right, as far as the sound quality for the Enacfire is really great. I have no complaints whatsoever. It's a nice bassy sound, really feels present in my ears, very comparable to any kind of higher end headphone. Now, I'm not comparing that directly, but from the headphones that I've gotten, usually straight, if I think of like the Apple headphones that come with my phone, like those are usually really good headphones. These are easily comparable, and if not a little bit better. And they almost have a noise canceling effect, because when you do plug them in, I use them as earplugs at work. I do work in construction. I have a physical job, so sometimes I'm using loud power tools. These work phenomenal, actually better than big earmuff headphones as earplugs. And then I can listen to my music as well. All right, Bluetooth quality. That's obviously a huge one that you want to think about. So for me, these have done a really good job. I'm considering, Bluetooth technology. I think they advertise, I actually can't remember. I'll try and look it up and put it on the screen, but I think they advertise like up to like 40 or 50 feet or something. The funny thing about these is certain angles, it'll start to cut out, certain ones it won't. So one time I was outside and I set my phone down in one spot and I actually walked almost 70 feet away and it just started to cut out at that point, which is really impressive to me. However, the one downside I will say is even in my own house, sometimes if I go around a corner, my workout room is over in the corner over here, and if I go around the corner to the bathroom and leave my phone there, it starts to cut out. So it's definitely not 70 feet. So it does depend on what's in your way. Also, the other downside is sometimes when the phone is in my pocket, if I bend a certain way, for some reason it'll blip. It'll cut out just a little bit. But all around, it's never really been a huge issue for me. It's not the best Bluetooth connectivity, but it really does pretty well. So as far as connecting these up to your phone, super simple. I was a little worried about that. I think you literally just open them up, turn them on, it automatically goes into the search mode, and I found on my phone connected, it was good to go. The other nice thing is that when I take them in and out of the case, as long as my phone's nearby, they automatically connect. And then when I put them away, they automatically disconnect, and it turns them off, and it immediately starts charging because it's a charging case. So again, as far as connectivity goes, I think there's really only been one time that I can think of where my phone just for some reason wouldn't connect. I think it had something to do with the fact that the battery was so low and I didn't have the case charged up, but regardless, really all around, it does a really good job. These are the ones that I use every morning for my workouts, and really all day long, every day. And I've used them now for, let's see, almost 7 months, 6-7 months I've been using these. They're still going strong. Okay, so battery life for the Enacfire. Battery life that they advertise is really like 3.5 to 4 hours. And from my own personal experience, I definitely can easily get 3 hours. And I'm pretty sure it's gone even longer, closer to the 4-hour range. So pretty consistent with what they've said. And that's even saying that now that they're 6-7 months old and I've still been using them every day. The charging case is really nice. I love having that available because if I'm out and about, I have no way to really charge them. So I usually charge them up at night if I need to for a little bit. From my experience, they charge really quickly. There's been times where I might run out of battery while I'm at work. I pull them out, pop them in the case, and even in like 15 minutes, I can get another good, sometimes almost an hour out of them. Now, they don't advertise that, but it does actually charge pretty fast. Okay, they also do have different modes on the Enacfire, and these are actually things that I've never tried. I was actually in the midst of just checking all the features for these in preparation for this video. I noticed they actually have a sharing mode if you want to give a bud to a friend, and then a single mode and a stereo sound mode, which is great like if you're watching a movie. I have not tried or adventured out to try that on these. However, that's just a fun thing I want to point out as something that's kind of neat. Not absolutely necessary, but kind of cool. So all around, I really have loved these. They've been kind of my go-to headphones. Really good headphones, really comfortable, don't fall out. Bluetooth quality is pretty good. Sound quality is great. So all around, I really like them. The Enacfire you'll find for $39.99. Links are down in the description if you want to give them a try. Check them out. Okay, so the Soundcore Liberty Lite headphones. These are actually going to be a little bit more expensive. They're more around the $50 range. I think they're they're about 50 or a little bit over 50, but I'll confirm. Links again will be in the description if you want to give them a try. So the Soundcore, the case again, really sleek as you can see. It's really nice. It's got actually a more durable feel than the Enacfire. It's got a nice little click open so that the top stays open, if you can hear that. It'll click and stay open, which is kind of nice. Again, magnetic. It'll pop right in, which is really nice. They're a little bit bigger of a actual earbud, but again, they come with the same thing, the charging case, the charging cable, the little earpieces to adjust based on the size of your ear. All right, so sound quality with the Soundcore. The sound quality is really phenomenal. I mean, really good. To be honest, side by side, I can't tell a huge difference between the two, but if I was to say one or the other was better, I would probably say the Soundcore has better sound quality, which if you're paying more money, I would hope that it would be. Really good sound quality, nice deep bass, really surround. Again, really like a surround sound. Feels like it's all around you. And again, these are almost, it's almost noise canceling. They aren't meant to be, but when you put them in your ears, it kind of blocks out the other sound, and they do a really phenomenal job. So as far as the Bluetooth quality, again, my wife has had really no trouble connecting these up to her phone. Never been an issue. And me as well, I've actually connected them up to my phone, so we can both use them if we need to. The one thing I did notice though, that a few times I've used these in my morning workouts, and I've walked the same distance from my workout room to the bathroom, because when you need to use it in the middle, it's a pain. It actually has held the signal, and it has not cut out like the Enacfires do. So I think these aren't like amazing as far as Bluetooth quality goes, but I think they are a step up from the Enacfire in that the Bluetooth doesn't cut out with as many obstacles as the Enacfire. So a little bit better Bluetooth quality, but still both of them are really good. The one thing I do got to point out is, and this could be just because I don't use them very often, but one morning I was trying to get these to connect because I couldn't find my other ones, the Enacfires, and I could not get these to connect to my phone. My wife had no trouble setting them up. I had no trouble setting them up on my phone, but for some reason this one morning, it just didn't work out, which sometimes happens with Bluetooth, technology. However, just want to point that out, but all around it seems to be pretty good. Okay, as far as battery life is pretty good. They advertise about 3.5 hours, pretty consistent with the Enacfires. 3.5 hours, then you get about 9 hours in the case for, I think it's like, what it would be like somewhere around 2.5 additional charges that you get in the case. It's advertised up to 12 hours of play. With the Enacfires, they advertise up to 15 hours of play. Both pretty close. You might get a little bit more charge left in the Enacfire case than with these ones. However, for any normal day, it's gonna be more than enough, especially if you're talking for a workout. These are gonna be phenomenal either way you go. All right, so as far as extras, the cool thing about these, the Soundcore, I actually found out they're water resistant, which if you are gonna be working out, sweating a ton, probably makes sense if you're gonna be anywhere near water or anything like that, or just in general. You never know if you drop them in a puddle or something, or if there's water around. They are water resistant, not waterproof, but they're water resistant, so which is gonna be a huge benefit for that. So all around, again, these are pretty comfortable. For my ear, I don't think they're as comfortable as the Enacfires. They do stick out a little bit more on your ear, so if you're concerned that they look funny sticking out, then you might want to go with the Enacfires. But all around, I mean, they're relatively comfortable. They pop in and out. Again, I'll show you some footage of me shaking my head. Same thing. They're really same as the Enacfires. They stay right in your ear, stay very tight, and don't fall out. All right. So as far as comparing these two, you've kind of seen some of the comparisons along the way. The big thing that I will point out, Enacfires are gonna be on the cheaper end, $39.99. They're gonna be a little bit more affordable. Some places, I think I've even seen a little bit less than that. And the Soundcore Liberty Lites are gonna be more around the $50 range. But as far as Bluetooth quality, both seem really good. The Soundcore might have one leg up on that, but the Enacfires have not hindered me from anything I really needed to do. Battery life for both has been great. Both give you additional charge in the case, which is absolutely awesome. As far as the sound quality, both have really great sound quality too. If I was to pick one, you might say, I probably would say the Soundcore Liberty Lites have a little bit better sound quality. Again, you're paying a little bit extra, it might make sense. But I'm never hindered and I can literally jam out and absolutely love the sound quality even in the Enacfires. Both are phenomenal for working out. Like, I have no complaints there. They're absolutely perfect. They're comfortable, because especially if I'm uncomfortable during a workout, they sit really nicely in my ears. Doesn't really bother me at all. So they're both comfortable. They both stay in really well. They're great for running, for jogging, for any kind of physical activity that you're doing, and especially if you're trying to work out. Both actually allow you to take phone calls, so if you need to, it only comes through one earbud, which is really not a big deal. So both allows you to take phone calls. You can just keep the Bluetooth in and talk and listen that way, which is really great and really convenient. All around, these are pretty comparable Bluetooth headphones. I will probably say I'm very impressed with both of them, but might be a little bit more impressed with the Soundcore Liberty Lites. But again, you're paying a little bit extra to be able to get that. My own personal recommendation, if you are tighter on money or you're not wanting to spend that much, start with the Enacfires. The Enacfires are phenomenal, they're great. All the things that I've mentioned, I would definitely go with those. If you're okay with spending just a little bit more, I would say go with the Soundcore Liberty Lites. They're really good quality, really do like them, and I think they are probably just a step up from the Enacfires. So hey, if you enjoyed this video, click or tap the screen right up over here to check out my fitness product review playlist. Check out the other recommendations that I share with you to help boost your fitness journey. Also, click or tap the screen right up over here to check out another video that's going to give you some great strategies for your fitness journey. And as always, be intentional and bring the intensity. And I'll see you here on the next video.